So yep, this is the most hyped gadget for the iPhone right now. You have seen a lot of reviews, a lot of crazy first impressions from other people about this gadget here. And obviously, it does, of course, make a bit of hype here because first of all, it actually adds a physical keyboard to your iPhone just like a BlackBerry. And for those who actually miss the nostalgia of typing on a physical keyboard, this is actually finally a thing. But after using for a month, I have some thoughts, and I kind of like it and hate it at the same time. Now, you guys may have already known who are the people behind the Clicks keyboard team. Aside from having experts from top-tier tech companies, the two most well-known co-founders are none other than Crackberry Kevin and Mr. Mobile, aka Michael Fisher. Now, with these two most popular co-founders, or would I say influencers, being in the team, I'm sure a lot of thought has been put into the design to make this product for the iPhone. I mean, it's not the first time that we have seen a physical keyboard accessory made for a mobile phone. We have seen the Galaxy S7 having a physical keyboard. If you remember, it's like an accessory that you attach it at the bottom and you flip it to the back, if I'm not mistaken. And BlackBerry even made a comeback in like maybe 2015 or something or so with the BlackBerry Key one. So yeah, people have tried to bring physical keyboards back to smartphones even though when capacitive screens are already good. And there's a very good reason why I'm sure these two influencers decided that this is a great product to market on the iPhone right now. Of course, you may also argue that there's no need for this accessory because the soft keyboard on the iPhone already works so well, and in fact, it works so much better than some Android keyboards. But I have to say that even until 16 years of iPhones and 18 years of iOS updates, I'm on iOS 18 by the way, the soft keyboard still isn't perfect. You can still sometimes type wrongly, especially some embarrassing typos that you send to your clients in email or send to your friends in text messages. It's something that you really still can't avoid no matter how great or how precise the soft keyboard really is. And not to mention that the soft keyboard actually takes up a lot of space on your iPhone screen, especially if you're using a iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has this really nice 6.8-inch display. It really does affect the typing experience, especially if you want to work on a long email or a long document, and this is where the Clicks keyboard comes in to save the day. The keys on the Clicks keyboard offers very good tactile, and one of the things I like about it is that it is backlit. As compared to some other keyboard phones that I've used in the past, I mean there's not a lot of them, these keys actually offer a really good typing experience. So yeah, kudos to the team at Clicks for making this a really good experience, and not to mention that there's this leather pad on the back here that lets you rest your fingers on just like this. So you gotta hold it in a cradle mode just like this when you type on it. And of course, when you use it, like for the first few days, you gotta take some time to get used to because you have to like physically like press down the button and all that in order to make a typing experience. And in fact, I got better after using for about 2 weeks. So yeah, that is something that you gotta get used to when using the Clicks keyboard. Now, it is also very easy to attach. You just simply let's say if I take it out like this, and I can just simply slot it in easily, and it just clicks simply. It's really easy to remove, and it's something that I really like about the design of this case here. But of course, it's not a perfect accessory here because like I mentioned, it feels very long, so putting into your pockets is going to feel a lot more cumbersome. The Clicks keyboard doesn't have MagSafe on the back, which I'm not sure why the team hasn't thought so because this is a pretty expensive accessory by all means, and this also means that you would have to sacrifice any MagSafe accessories that you use. And also the USB-C port right here, even though it supports pass-through charging, it does not support wired CarPlay. But if you're using wireless CarPlay, this shouldn't be an issue. Aside from being able to type more precisely on the iPhone, what I really love about the Clicks keyboard is that I can do some basic shortcuts which would have taken a few taps on the iPhone screen, and let me show you how. Now first of all, let's head on over to Notes, and we are just going to create a note right now. So let's do a task note, and the quick brown fox. Alright, so I'm still making some typos here, sometimes getting used to. Jumps over a lazy dog. Alright, that's the standard template that we want to type. So let's say if I want to do a copy and paste, right? So let's just double tap, swipe, okay, and I'm going to do Command and C, right? Which is the standard Apple copy shortcut here, right? And I can just enter and paste, and enter and paste, enter and paste. And if I actually happen to see an error and I want to undo it, in the software keyboard mode, all you need to do is to shake the iPhone, but with the Clicks keyboard, you can definitely do it way faster by just pressing Command plus C. See, it's pretty simple. Now in Safari, you also get to do some shortcuts with the keyboard as well, such as calling out a new tab by just pressing Command and T. This is how you call a new tab. And to close a tab, just press Command and the W key. And to do a scroll, you can actually tap on the keyboard spacebar and it scrolls down through the web page, which makes it way more convenient than swiping if you're having a snack and all that and don't want to make your touchscreen dirty. This is probably one way to scroll web pages if you want to do that. So yeah, overall, that's just a lot of conveniences. I can't show you all, but these are just some of the useful shortcuts that I have been using on the Clicks keyboard over this time. And of course, you can quickly do a dictation with the dedicated dictation button here, which is something I thought would be unnecessary, but I kind of appreciate after a while, because I would have preferred that if they made another command key right here, because sometimes if I want to do some shortcuts near here, there's a command key. But yeah, the dictation key here is very convenient, which you can call Siri to do some actions or even to dictate your documents. So yeah, that is something that I think the Clicks keyboard has done well here. Thankfully, the Clicks keyboard can be configured with a companion app that is free to download on the App Store. So in the app, you can change the brightness of the keyboard's lighting and the timeout as well. And you can of course enable things such as caps lock always on or alternate lock and even a soft return. And what I am really happy to see is this battery saving feature. So if you're not using the keyboard for a certain amount of time, it will shut down the power to save power, because as you know, it actually sips power from your iPhone's USB-C or Lightning connector, depending on the one that you're using. So yeah, having this battery saving feature is great. And to be honest, in terms of battery life, I do realize that the keyboard actually sips quite a bit of power from your iPhone if you are using quite a lot. But thankfully with this battery saving feature, you can notice less battery drain, but it is rather significant if you are putting it in your bag, because when you tap on the keyboard, even when it is in battery saving mode, it will still activate the keyboard because it thinks that you're using it, and that's where it actually sips power. Personally, I realized a 15 to 20% drop in battery life when I'm using the Clicks keyboard on my iPhone. That is actually quite a significant amount of battery life for me, as I'm quite a heavy user on my iPhone. But yeah, if I'm not using the Clicks keyboard, I would actually swap up to a normal case. So I will usually have two iPhone 15 Pro Max cases with me in my bag, and whenever I want to get more productive, I simply switch to this one. So after using the Clicks keyboard for a month, I have to say that this is a great accessory and first attempt from the company. It offers a more precise typing experience. It doesn't necessarily make you type faster, but at least you'll make lesser errors on the iPhone and get more productive. Now, of course, there are still some shortcomings that Clicks will need to fix on this keyboard, like I mentioned earlier on. But the one thing that I think Clicks will really need to fix is the retail price of this product. It costs 769 ringgit in Malaysia, which is 10% of the cost of my iPhone 15 Pro Max 512 gigabytes. Now, you might argue it's a small amount to pay considering I've already spent over 7,000 ringgit on my iPhone. But to be honest, you can already do a lot of stuff with that amount of money. Like for instance, you could have spent like probably half a cost to get a Keychron mechanical keyboard, which actually types way better than this keyboard here. And you could have probably just bought a small tablet with a cheap Bluetooth keyboard. Yeah, that probably works better than having to type on your iPhone. But of course, the key selling point of this accessory is convenience. You simply just attach your iPhone in this case and you can start typing whether you are in the train or in the plane. So convenience is the thing that what makes this gadget sells. But let me know, are you willing to spend over 700 ringgit on this iPhone case to make you type more precise and more productive on your iPhone? Let me know in the comments down below. As for now, that's all for my thoughts on the Clicks keyboard. It's a great accessory, I love it. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.